My mom collected a lot of things: mustard pots, matchbook covers, perfume advertisements, and mini perfume bottles, to name a few. The first thing I remember her collecting, though, is colors. Anytime she saw an interesting color name, longer than the ones we know from the Crayola box, she wrote it down. Beige boredom, yellow brick road, live wire orange. She organized her collection into loose-leaf notebooks that she added to over the years. I've got 2 volumes of them. She called them the coloring book. At some point, she stopped entering the names into the binders and just wrote colors on scraps of paper as she saw them. I have a box of those, and I think she was adding to this up until the last years of her life. I'd say the colors come mostly from fashion and decorating magazines, which she loved, and also books. She adored mysteries, history, memoirs, and travel, so the long poetic colors always seemed like they'd come largely from those, although it just occurred to me to Google a few. There was a whole piece of paper with colors that came from Up in the Air, the book by Walter Kern. This is a movie we both loved, even though I can't remember discussing it with her. Apparently she read the book, which I haven't, but I will now. She was a historian who wrote a book and appeared in documentaries, but she was also a private person who spent a lot of time reading and getting lost in various worlds. Looking at the colors now, I see they all kind of touched on beloved parts of her inner and outer life. She also loved puzzles, crosswords, logic problems, the harder the better. I think all her collections were essentially big puzzles that she got satisfaction from completing, but ones that were varied, multi-layered, quirky, related to all her passions, and very colorful, like her.
Spider sprang to his feet. "I'm sorry, I'm Spider Elliot." Absurdly, they shook hands again. He took his second quick look at her. All he noticed in detail was that her hair, 2 crucial shades deeper than carrot, covered her head in a heap of bumptious, undisciplined curls that fell over a small, fine, white face. Everything fell into place: the room, the tray of food, her voice, the Piaf record.
Below me, through the milky oval window, I can see a pair of alpine lakes glowing an unnatural chemical blue, the color of pools inside nuclear reactors. I lie in the dark guest room beside a window that frames the spire of the Mormon temple, as white as aspirin and topped with a gold angel. An energy-saving coating on the windows cuts out the heart of the spectrum from the light and turns people's skin the color of old, dull nickels.
On the proceeds of the judge's old crime, I would be able to go away and lead a nice, clean, blameless life in some place where you sit under a striped awning beside a marble-topped table and drink vermouth, cassis, and soda and look out over the wimpling, dimpling, famous sunlit blue of the sea. But I didn't go.
She was a woman of 40-odd, with a large bust, rather violent henna-red hair, and an almost offensively refined manner of speech. Yvonne unwrapped the parcel and let unroll a length of rather stiff silk. It was a brilliant, uncompromising pea green, the sort of color 99 women out of 100 would have looked terrible in.
There is possibly a slight rosiness in the laryngeal region. Slight rosiness? It's as red as the Daily Worker and just as sore.